Welcome everyone, thank you so much for joining in. So right now looking at this current Bitcoin price action, you can see on my previous video we talked about this scenario here. This could possibly be a double bottom. I also added the JC Livermore pivotal point theory here, and according to this pivotal point theory we said, hey, if the price is able to break the previous temporary resistance line, which is at this point B area, this is again going to be a buy signal. That's why I said you guys, hey, wait for price until to close above this 18,650 price level. And if you have taken long after that, guys, you can see the price move here is almost around 760 point, right? And not only that, I also added this WYCKOFF accumulation schematic 1 and schematic 2. I said you guys, if we would see any sort of a price pullback, this is the type of scenario I was also looking at. But now you can see the price is showing some sort of a hesitation. So what is actually happening here? Before I actually dive into the current Bitcoin price scenario, I also want to look at the previous analysis and have a quick look at that, because you can see on my recent videos, guys, I actually showed you what kind of price structure we were actually forming here, right? This move here on the left hand side, you can see this double top, double bottom scenario was a WYCKOFF's reaccumulation phase. Again here, the move to the upside, I said you, this symmetrical triangle scenario would more likely give us a pullback scenario, and this is exactly what we saw here on the Bitcoin price action as well. And this move here, guys, this A, B, C, D price movement, that was a dead cat bounce theory, and that also planned out very well, because you know, right, I showed you with each and every example how the price of Bitcoin might be heading. And also right now looking at this scenario here, guys, this is pointing out that the price of Bitcoin is more likely heading in a range bound manner before seeing a possible breakout scenario. Because if you would see any sort of a price pullback, because you can see here, this was the previous resistance line. According to me right now, this move here, this is more likely going to be a move in this manner, guys. So more like a range bound scenario. So that's why, guys, even if we would see any sort of a price pullback, we should be ready to see price come back to this 18,650 price level before again continue our journey to the upside. So as I've already showed you guys, this move here must be also taken into consideration, because this is exactly why I showed you guys this scenario here. This is monthly candle close level, which has played a very important role, right? And this fractal here from the May month, this is how I actually said you guys that price might be heading in the coming days and weeks. And now if you look at this price structure, this is playing out very well. According to this, I was actually expecting the price to come around this previous monthly candle close level from 30th of November, which was around 19,700. We found resistance around this 19,420 level, and now this is the type of scenario I am actually expecting price of Bitcoin to do in the coming days until the end of December, because I am actually expecting until the end of December we should be testing this 22,000 price level, guys. And why this 22,000 price level? Because of this monthly R1 line. So this monthly R1 line is also around 22,000 price level. So that is the reason why I'm actually saying that, hey, I am actually expecting price of Bitcoin to come around this 22,000 price level until the end of December month. Because in many cases, if you look at this move here, right, the primary trend is clearly heading in an upper direction. This is a very nice move. But if you look at the R1 target level, all the green lines here, you can see more than 95%, guys, the price always came to test the R1 line. Beside this one here from September, the price didn't touch the CPI line. But beside the September month, each and every month R1 target level has been reached. And also, if you would like to see the price action in a bit different way, guys, no problem. We can actually hide the CPI line and include the alligator indicator, because according to this Williams alligator indicator, as you can see, I've already said you guys, if the green line is at the top and the blue line is at the bottom, that is actually a sign of a movement to the upside, right? And whenever you see the crossover happening, this usually gives us an indication the trend now might be heading to the upside. And if you would see move like this here, guys, the crossover, right, the blue line crossing over the red and the green line at the bottom and the blue line at the top, that is a sell signal. I mean, the trend is reversing to the downside. You can see here all the time when the blue line was at the top, that was a sell signal. But whenever the green line was at the top and the blue line at the bottom, like this crossover here, you can see after that the price headed clearly to the upside. But you can see here, like green line crossed over the red line, but it was still able to find support at the jawline area, the blue line area. So after that, we still continued further in an upper direction. And this is exactly what I'm actually trying to share here, because you can see we had this pullback right? And you can see the green line was almost crossing over the red line, but now as soon as we found support between this price level, we are actually now also showing another like bullish crossover. But this bullish crossover doesn't mean the price has to continue in this manner right now, because as I've already said you, this could also be a sign of a coiling up, because this moving average, if they are starting to coiling up, right, this means we would see a range bound day. Just like here, guys, you can see the moving average started coiling up. That gave us an indication the price is more likely hitting in a sideways direction. So this is also one reason why I'm actually expecting price right now to head more in a sideways direction rather than a massive breakout or a massive pullback scenario, guys. And now if we include the indicators here to the downside, guys, the RSI, the MACD, and the 3-CCI indicator. So if you look at the price action in a daily time frame along with this indicator, this RSI line is now around this 50 price level. We did found a support here, right? We got a bounce, but still, guys, I want you to be careful, because you can see here, after finding support around this 50 price level, we still managed to come below. I mean, if that's going to be a similar case right now for Bitcoin, and RSI is also going to go below 50 level, that means more likely a consolidation, because that's what I am actually expecting, as I've already said you with different example. And also if you look here at the MACD line, in MACD we are seeing a bearish crossover. And if you look at the T3CCI at this current stage, the T3CCI is also pointing out that it is actually around the negative territory. So guys, right now I'm actually looking for move like this before we would see any price breakout, because according to this analysis here, right, we did saw a price move to the upside, but still the price didn't came exactly at this 19,700 price level, which we were expecting. But as you can see, this was a more consolidation and a slow move to the upside. So that's why this is also actually moving just like what we expected. So I am actually expecting price of Bitcoin in the coming days to see more like a sideways movement before we should see any sort of a move to the upside. Because if we would look at this price action in a 4-hour time frame, you can also see the previous resistance line, this one here, right? This is the previous resistance line, is now also could be a support. I mean, if we look at this here, this trend line acted as a resistance, but same line, right? The same trend line, the downward trend line, is acting as a support at this current stage. But if you would look things a bit differently, then you can also say that, hey, right now, if you look at the price action, this same support line here, right? This was a support line here, support line there, and now the same support line is also acting as a resistance. You can see here we are trapped between the previous support and the resistance line, in other words, right? But if you want to look that in a bit different way, again, guys, we can also add this symmetrical triangle scenario, because according to this symmetrical triangle, price hasn't got that breakout, but before we should see any sort of a breakout or pullback would also make a lot of sense. And that is also a reason why I'm actually telling you guys to be careful and not to like over leverage at this current stage, because we can look things always in the different perspective, guys, because this could be a very nice ascending channel, which I've already talked in my previous video, because price has found support, right? And that's why even if you would see any sort of a pullback, as you can see here, this is going to be around this 18,600, and again a move here to the upside. This is the scenario what I'm actually expecting price of Bitcoin to do in the coming days. Range bound market before a possible breakout, guys. So this is what I actually wanted to share with you in today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it and hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then definitely hit the like button, and also if you're watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.